Charmaine. Welcome to the kitchen. We're gonna do what everybody wants to know about. They always want to know, how do you make your chia seed meatballs? Now I'm gonna tell you, there's a trick. Just do it the way I do it and they'll come out great. Everybody tries to do it their way and then it comes out hard. See, the trick here is that we're gonna boil these meatballs and they're gonna be perfectly round and totally hydrated and very, very tasty. If you try to fry them like Mom did or bake them, they're going to be lopsided, not beautiful, and dry. So trust me on this, just do it my way and you will love them. Okay, so this is easy. Watch closely, it's going to go fast. So I got my grass-fed meat, I got my egg, remember? I might have helped deliver this egg. I have mushrooms. I would prefer shiitakes, but we're going to go ahead and use these. Some sun-dried tomatoes I could put in. I'm not going to put them in today, but I just want you to know that you can do these things to have a lot of pop. I'm going to be using Dulse flakes. This is your seaweed of the Nordic waters. Oh, excellent flavor. Not a fishy taste at all. Salty, so it's going to replace a lot of that other things, like maybe if you had wanted to put some Braggs inside your mixture. Maybe not until you taste it. And then I'm ready to go. I've got my cracked pepper. I love my cracked pepper. And then I have, of course, my pink salt. Okay, here we go. This is easy. So let's talk about why we called it chia seed meatballs. These guys are slippery. You see that? They're wonderful. They're a little bit costly. They're coming from South America. Actually, there's a story about the chia seed that the warriors and the athletes of the Maya Indians used to eat these, gave them great speed. In fact, the Spaniards came in and destroyed all these chia seeds so that they could overtake the Mayas. So, what a great story. 15 years ago, they came to life again, and now, let me read to you how amazing chias are. Number one, they don't go rancid, so that's easy. No heavy metals. They are also the solvent seed. You'll see them as that also. But they are 6 times more calcium than milk. There's 8 times more omega-3s than wild-caught salmon, 4 times more fiber than flax, and 13 times more antioxidants than flax. They're vegan, gluten-free, and kosher. Lots of B vitamins. So you can see why I'm always trying to figure out how to use chias. In this case, I could actually soak them and put them in here, but I'm going to go ahead and grind them. So I have my coffee grinder that I got at Goodwill, and I'm going to put my chia seeds in there. And it doesn't take very much. There we go. Broke them up into a kind of a little bit of a powder. And there we go. Now I've got my meat and my egg. My egg just binds it together. Here's my meat. This is my grass-fed ground beef. Meat of high integrity. So be very careful when you're looking for your meat. This is probably the first place to start when you make transitions in your diet. So I'm putting that in there. Whoops, look at that. Oh, what did Julia Child say? You're alone in the kitchen. Nobody saw that. Okay, so here's my ground pepper. A little bit of salt. I gotta be careful, because what am I putting in there? I'm putting in my dulse. Oh, my hands are slippery. Wonder why. Oh, I'm gonna be generous. Look at that. I would have put some mushrooms, but I'm not going to do it today because I want it to be a little bit more of a meaty chia seed meatball. Now, these are easy to freeze. When you're making your meatballs, you can actually have them for maybe sweet and sour meatballs. You can take a nice fruit and vinegar and puree it, and you can go Asian with this, or you can actually go, let me see, oh, Swedish meatballs. That would be nice. And then, of course, with a raw marinara, or you can just eat them as a snack. So this, again, kids are looking for snack food, and this is a good one. Or it can be quickly made for dinner. So here we go. Oh, I do have a lot of dulse in there, but it's going to be delicious. Okay, so I've mixed it up really well. Now, look, I'm just going to make a nice little ball. Now, if you find that your meat is not as lean as my meat is, because my meat is grass-fed, you would actually just wet your hands and it'll go ahead and make this walnut-sized ball. Now, I'm going to make about 40 in less than 10 minutes. Nobody can do that. I raised 7 children. I know how to do this. Okay, let's do it. Let's make a bunch of chia seed meatballs. I got them this size. Here I am. I'm in the kitchen. Oh, this is so easy. I'm talking with my family. We're talking about how their day was today. This is so easy. And then we're only talking about 4 minutes. About 4 minutes. They're almost done at 4 minutes. I've got my oven on. I've got it at about 350 because as I do about 10 at a time, then I'm going to scoop them out of this water. And by the way, that's just water. There's no broth in there or anything because I'm going to tell you how we're going to take this to a new level. So I'm just dropping my chia seed meatballs in there. They're hydrating. They're getting wonderful. They'll be nice and firm. And you want it to be a rolling boil because they're already cooling down that water right now. So I'm just making sure that everybody gets well cooked. And then as soon as they do, then I'm going to go ahead. They'll start floating to the top. And I'm going to scoop them all out, put them in my dish, and then I'm going to put them in the oven while they wait for their buddies to come visit them. So when I get done, I'm going to have about 40, and then when I get them all in here, I'm going to squirt them with aminos. How wonderful is that? So I'm really not cooking the aminos. I'm putting the aminos, the Bragg's aminos, on top of the already cooked meatballs. Now, this is what's going to be fun about this. After you do this, this is another meal. This is a wonderful broth that you just made with your grass-fed beef, and so you're going to make soup out of this. What are you going to do? Did you know that you can cook your onion with the skin? And people do that in other countries all day long because there's lots of vitamins in the skin. So I just dropped my onion in there, and I got some carrots, and then I got some beet tops, and I'm going to throw those in there. So not only did I get chia seed meatballs that we ate that night, that we froze for future uses when we wanted to use the meatballs with different dishes, with our rice pastas, with our buckwheat noodles, with all our other different things, but we also got soup. What a deal that is. So I got my big scooper. Look at that. Get my chia seed meatballs out. They're all done. Putting them in my pan. There's going to be 40 of those. It's going to take me about 15 minutes. That's it. There's your chia seed meatballs. We're done. Here's our meal. Chia seed meatballs, ready to go. If I made a bunch more, I would have froze them all. And my soup for tomorrow.
Life is what you give me. Love is what you show.